Okay, so I come here today to show a theory that I've been working on, and it's a very simple theory. So it involves this dog right here. His name is Odie from the Garfield series of comics. Now, something that people already very well know is that, hold on, let me make a new one of these. 1,000 by 1,000 should work. Sure. Get rid of that. But yeah, the character Odie. So according to the source here from Wikipedia, he first appeared in August 8, 1978 in the comic Garfield, which is known. He's a yellow-furred, brown-eared dog. So, yeah. Now in the comics, let's take a look at the first one. Open this image. So yeah, this right here is when he first appeared, with the character Lyman, which not really that well known, but that's not who we're here to focus on today. It's just Odie. So, as it can be shown right here, Garfield does not like Odie. But what's this reason? Well, it would normally be stated that cats don't like dogs because dogs chase cats. Oh, I not had the thing open. There, now it can be seen. But we have evidence that Garfield is not afraid of Odie in pretty much any way. Let's merge that down. As we see here, Garfield is often kicking Odie off the table. Pretty much all the time. Well, maybe not in all cases, because this right here, you can quite clearly see that he's kicked on the table. A clear, let's see, brush width. A clear changing of the arc, more of an upwards, not off the table. And this is the table right here. Well, and John clearly saw this, but Garfield doesn't care. But that's not the point. My point is that the only way that Garfield could have hated Odie, and it prevails through a lot of this, but the main thing to be taken from this, that is my theory here. If I bring Odie up here, and then Odie stinks. He stinks. He smells like garbage. And why is this, you may ask? Why is this my theory here? Well, I've got plenty of explanation to go for this. So Odie, yeah. The first thing that would definitely be pointed to is his name. So let's bring in a nice impact font right here. The name Odie. So this name very well resembles the word ODS. Now, you can see the resemblance. 3 letters at the start are the same, and yeah, it's pretty much nearly the same word. But what does this word odious mean? Well, if we check out this page right here, it says odious, arousing or deserving hatred or repugnance. Now, this in itself is definitely the reason to describe. There's definitely the reason to describe what character he is. But repugnance, we need to look at that. So I will take this definition, and we're gonna move it over here, and not 96, maybe a lower thing, a better color. We're gonna put this right here, just to let that sink in. But that's on the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition. Now, I have a print copy book right here named Webster's All-in-One Dictionary and Thesaurus. So we're gonna take a moment to maybe look at what the definition in here says. Let's get to the O section. Yeah, this page is causing a lot of. I'm just gonna get rid of that. All right. So the O section. In the O's, let's get to the OD. OF, no, it's too far. OD, oddity, oddly, odyssey, odious, right here, So let's write this out. Odious, causing or deserving hatred or repugnance. Yeah, basically the same definition. But let's look at some of these synonyms that are put out for it, because this is a thesaurus too. Abhorrent, abominable, appalling. Oh, that's 2 L's. Awful, distasteful, nasty, nauseating, noisome, obnoxious, obscene, offensive. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the next line for that. Offensive, repellent, repugnant, repulsive, and revolting. Alright, I'm going to close this book. Those are pretty much all of the synonyms that I could find for that. So, taking a look at these, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, so taking a look at these, I mean, how many of them can we apply to the sense of smell? Write that like that. Repugnant, definitely. Repellent, repulsive, nauseating, nasty, distasteful, revolting even, awful, abominable, appalling. All of these, and some of these others probably too, could definitely be applied to smell. So, definitely, it's very possible, based on this, based on what Odie's based on, that Odie, get the nice green, he stinks. He smells awful. Smells like garbage. But you might be saying, well, that's just a word. Don't you need more proof? And I can provide more proof, definitely. So let's go back to this this first comic again. Let's actually no, I do want all three panels, but I don't need that part of that panel. Let's just downsize it. Alright, so this is pretty much all I need. Now, you can see from the first panel that Garfield is already not happy. Now, you might say Garfield's not usually a happy sort of fellow. But, you know, John's roommate is here. And that could definitely be a reason that Garfield could be happy, because Garfield would definitely have to deal with John less, because, you know, John's got to deal with Lyman, or however you may rephrase that. So something must be up. Now, second panel is when we get introduced to Odie. You can see in his first appearance, he definitely looks a lot different. Not a lot more different. Well, Garfield looks a lot more different to his current appearance than this one. But still, it should be known that right here, Garfield just realizes, and from second panel to third panel, Garfield just realizes something very, very wrong. And, of course, he's not afraid of dogs. That's been shown very, very well. But what could make him hate a dog so much on its first appearance? Well, whenever somebody walks by you, what do you notice about them? Well, their smell. You notice their smell. So what I propose is that when Odie did this this little jumpy motion like that, he obviously left behind him a trail of smell. And Garfield quite clearly could smell that. He could smell that. Look at this face. This is the face of a cat. A poor cat that could smell Odie. that if that's not enough proof for you, and also, this right here, this should be noted. His defeated pose. You'll notice that you can only see the little whiskers there. You cannot see his nose or much of his face. You can see his ear right there, but you cannot see his nose or much of his face. Which, what do you do when you smell something bad? You cover your nose. So that's what he's doing in the corner here. He's hiding away from the smell. Now, if that's not enough proof for you, there's some other things that definitely should be noted that happen within the comics. What's very well known is that Odie, in his many appearances, gets kicked off the table. So, let's see. Let's need more of these here. There's that one. That one. And then finally we got this image. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, nope. Let me fix this. Yeah, he kicks Odie off the table in a swift kicking motion. Now, it's clear why Garfield would do this. He does not like Odie and is not afraid of dogs, and will deal with them as such. But we need to note the positioning. See, when a character like Odie, this dog right here, oh, I didn't mean to do that. A character like Odie, this dog here, sits on the table, and Garfield kicks him off as such, then he'll land somewhere. He'll definitely land somewhere. But where would he land? Well, it's simple. It's very simple. Because what's below the table? Well, the floor. So he would land on the floor right here. And the floor is very dirty. It's a very dirty sort of place. Hold on. So, heading back over to this right here, we'll see that the floor is a very dirty place. A lot of bacterial contamination. It's definitely done with a lot of study here, a lot of references, that there is a lot of bacteria on the floor. And, people know that. That's why they clean their floors. But I doubt you that a man like John Arbuckle, this man. Oh wait, I gotta bring this back. I doubt you that a man such as John Arbuckle would possibly clean his floors. He's too busy, you know, taking Garfield to the vet every day because he just wants to see that lady. So let's just get him out of the picture, because I doubt he ever cleans anything ever in his life. So yeah, Odie, he falls on this bacteria covered floor, and that in turn makes him stink, because that's what happens when you go in dirty, contaminated areas. You begin to stink. Now, a common line, you might say, is I'm going to put this mutt into orbit or something along those lines. So let's get this image again. And oh no, didn't mean to do that. We'll merge that down. All right. So when he goes to kick Odie, like so, Odie wouldn't go on the floor. You're right. Where would he go? He would go where Garfield has promised. He would go where Garfield's promised. And where did Garfield promise to put this dog? Into orbit. He promised to put the dog into orbit. And so, you know, that's where Odie goes. So if he follows through with this, then this dog is going to go into orbit here, you know, in the Milky Way. So you might say, what germs are in the Milky Way? Well, have you ever seen anybody clean the Milky Way? Have you ever seen let me get a I just get that image. You ever seen, you know, some guy actually sweep up the galaxy? I bet you haven't. So if we don't have any guy like this, then guess the galaxy never gets cleaned, which means that Odie right here ends up stinking. So pretty much all of that leads to what I've been saying, my final conclusion, which is put into two words. Two very, very simple words that... Oh, I need to not have this area selected. That Odie here, he stinks. Odie stinks. And that's why he's hated so much. This is the root of most of his problems. Right here, I'm here to tell you it now. Odie stinks. He smells really bad. Now, it's pretty much where it ends here. But I'd like to say a few things. I'd like to say a few things. Let me get rid of that. So definitely this theory is open to discussion, open to plenty of discussion. I know one person definitely who I'd be willing to see to their discussion on this topic. Let me just close that for a moment. There's a few people. I gotta let me just give me a moment or two. I'm getting it. I'm almost there. I'm on the third one. Let's see. This is just doing this to keep them safe from anybody who might want their information. All right, I can put it up now again. So, 3 people here that I believe could possibly dispute or agree with my claims. The first and foremost one is Austin. That's his name, but Eggnog NG is what we call him. Now, I believe that an intellectual such as him could possibly give me a really profound response. Maybe all summed up into, something like a YouTube video. And then I feel like people feel like the cat here, or Big Man Bullet, as he's called, or, the Italian 00 Pizza Lorenzo, I feel like they would be the ones to just have opinions to tell me. But I do feel that Austin, the intellectual that he is, could provide me with something more, some more substance to this. But that's pretty much all I'm here to say. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And that concludes my lesson.